Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the podcast, episode 83 today.
Hi.
And it is a hot one today, gentlemen. Very, very hot. If you don't know, at the moment, it is 102. But the catch is, PG&E in our area is starting to turn off the power for a brief 20 minutes just so no big outages occur, which is a good thing, but it could happen anytime. I know last night it happened to Zach, correct?
Yep.
So, and I'm pretty sure that 20 minutes you guys were fucking boiling.
Yep. I was dying. It was the worst 20 minutes ever.
Last night I barbecued some steaks. Holy fuck, dude. That was tough.
You were sweating?
Not only is it hot when you walk outside, you just get that wave of heat. Then you have to walk and turn on the grill, fire that bad boy up, and cook steak. It's even hotter. So I was fucking dying, but I had some good ass steak.
You didn't just pass out right on the barbecue pit right there.
No. I was good. I was hydrated, so that's good. But it was still freaking hot. I was dying. But I still made some bomb-ass steak, though, so that was good.
I did not go outside like all day today except for like maybe 3 minutes to take out the trash. It was gross. I was like, ugh, it's like a wall of just heat and like just gross air. And I like
because it's weirdly humid too.
Yeah, because like
it doesn't make any sense.
It kind of rained the other day, right? Like a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
That came out of nowhere.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
because that just means it's like sticky and gross.
Sticky. Yuck.
And next week, I saw 109.
Yep.
For 2 days straight, so that's going to be tough too.
Thank God, all my classes are online.
Exactly.
Don't have to go anywhere in person.
Because you guys are going back to school next week, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. And everything's online. You get to stay inside, go on Zoom all the time now. That's going to be awesome, huh?
I hope all my professors are competent in using internet and technology. I really hope. Because there are those who, always say, I do things the old-fashioned way. I'm going to use only paper. Hard materials.
Well, they can't do that now because you're not going to see each other in person.
Or the overheads.
Right? Yeah, overheads. Oh my God. I had one teacher like a year ago who did still use those, and I was like, what year are we in? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully they're all pretty good. Kind of nervous. It's my last semester, so I better pass all my classes, or else I'll be pissed. Because then I'm stuck there for even longer.
I'm sure you will. I mean, I this might be the easiest semester ever. Because you don't have to go anywhere. There is no call for a project. No hassle of meeting anybody. Everything will be on Zoom.
In classes. We still have to do presentations. But it's on Zoom.
But it's on Zoom, so that's my thing.
So it's exactly the same, basically.
You have no barrier of meeting anybody. All you gotta do is click that Zoom meeting, and that's it, bro. So there's no way that anybody, unless it's gonna be the laziest semester, and everybody's just at home, like, I'll do my homework whenever, stuff like that. That could settle in. I'm not sure, though.
One of my professors is already telling us that we need to do, like, Zoom during the actual class time. Like, it's not pre-recorded lectures or anything. So we have to be there. Cameras on, which means I gotta get dressed and look all nice. At least from the top half. But I'm wondering, like, how many students are already, like, coming up with devious plans for, like, presentations where they're like, oh, I guess I'm lagging right now on Zoom. Guess I can't get my presentation. Oh, well. I'll do it next week. And same thing.
What would be funny is if, like, the guy's giving a presentation, and then all he does is, like, kill his power to his computer. And then, like, oh, well, I guess we lost Timmy. Yep. I guess he gets an F, unless he tells me that that something happened or whatever. Because now we're gonna get people who are fucking, like you said, devious students. But we're also gonna get lazier teachers, I think, because teachers are already lazy as they are in meetings and face-to-face meetings. So now with being on Zoom and knowing that the whole semester is on Zoom, you guys might see a new form of lazy, not caring teachers. Are you ready for that? But it could
also make it worse, though.
It could, yeah, true. But how do you mean, though?
like they might not try and change their plan at all, even though that plan will no longer work without being there in person, and they just won't care. They're like, I'll figure it out, and you're just like, how?
We're gonna get even shittier looking teachers. Possibly, it could happen. I know Andrew's probably thinking they're gonna shit the bed.
That's that smile right there.
Andrew
Look at
jump
that
ship.
smile,
He's
bro.
safe. He's on an island all by himself, leaning back, drinking coconuts while we're over here dealing with this shit.
I don't know.
Still.
What do you think, though? What do you think about
You know
that?
what I think. I don't need to say it.
But what they don't know though. Go ahead and say it.
I don't need to say it.
Andrew
You heard it
said
here,
it many
folks.
times before.
Alex, do you like teachers?
I do because I had great ones. Now, I can't. With a few like shitty ones, of course, right? But like for the majority of my school time, I had awesome teachers. So I can't say that I hate teachers. Now with this guy, I can totally see why he would say that. But do you guys hate teachers? Because I have no idea.
No. I there are things that some of them do that I'm like, I don't understand it, but overall, I don't really love them. I don't really hate them. They're just kind of there for me. I'm like, oh, one class to the next. Had this professor. I'm not like, oh, this professor changed my life. I've never had that before. But I've never been a bad kid, so there was nothing that needed changing, I guess. But
True,
so, yeah,
true.
I'm kind of neutral on teachers, I would say.
How about you, Zach?
Zach hates them.
No, I like teachers. I mean, there have been bad ones, obviously, and I don't like them, but I mean, for the most part, I've had very good teachers, and I like them a lot. Yeah.
Zach's
That's
smarter
good.
than all of his teachers.
I would bet that he would outsmart them a lot, because the teacher is in that position. He or she could say whatever she wants. Sometimes they would get like a student that would say, well, actually, that's not true, and then they would have this big fight. I mean, that happened a lot in high school. I think I already talked to you guys about this, but that happened quite a bit with certain teachers in high school. But anyways, that's high school. College, you got to have a higher standard, I think. But so you guys start next Monday or Wednesday, and the semester ends when? Do you know?
December.
No idea.
It's always like December 12th or 14th, somewhere around there. It's usually
Now,
when it
is
ends.
every class doing a Zoom meeting?
Yep.
Or do you just like, really? So
There-
it's not like back when when we first got locked down, you would just turn something and that was it.
There are some classes, I think, like agriculture, or if you have a lab, you got to be there in person. But other than that, I think they're all required to be online. So
That's crazy,
it's a very
dude.
unique semester. Pretty sure they never had to do this before.
Fuck no. I bet you it's
And
gonna. Yeah.
With mine, it's all pre-recorded, and then like labs and stuff is just like a set time to go into a Zoom meeting if you have questions.
You lucky
That's it.
son of a gun. I don't like having to be there live. I hate it. I'd
Now,
rather just...
Do you
Just
have
record
to
it.
have your screen, like, so they can see your face?
Now I do.
Or-
Last
okay,
semester
cool.
I didn't. But now they're
Damn.
requiring it. She's like, I would like... They want the camera on, but they want us all muted, obviously. You don't want to hear some dog barking or baby crying in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah.
But yeah, camera on, all muted unless we're talking. But it seems like it's supposed to be a very engaging class. So probably gonna have to talk. I don't know.
drop-
You know what they can't do now though is they can't do all right, everybody look to the student to your left, or like find a partner, get into small groups, and we're gonna do this. Can't do any of that now.
Yeah.
Because they're all there in the one meeting. So now
That's
the
what
whole
I'm saying
schedule's
is-
fucked.
That's what I'm saying is like they're gonna have to think outside the box and how to teach kids and how to for you guys to interact as best you can with each other, so the school year doesn't seem like it's gonna feel like you're not learning, I guess, or you're not because you're still paying for the fucking tuition, right? I mean, that hasn't changed one bit.
Nope.
So that's like gonna be like, well, I gotta have a nice learning experience, or I'm gonna be fucking feeling like I'm getting fucking ripped off. You know what I mean?
It's a scam.
This semester especially is a fucking scam. I'm paying to stream college. Yes.
Andrew really did a number when he deployed COVID-19 on everything to take down school. Look
But
what
he
he's
did
done.
not, though. He did not do it. He just won. Remember?
How you gonna
I
prove
won.
he didn't do it? How do we know
He's
he
that big
didn't?
smirk on his face.
I don't think
That's
he's
the face of
that-
somebody who did it.
Not to be mean, but I don't think he's that smart to unleash a
Oh.
fucking a worldwide bug and fucking, halt every business, every school, every fucking sport, whatever it be.
He just had to get one person sick. That was it. Domino effect after that.
Yep.
No,
Speaking,
it was actually me because I didn't want Tenet to come out. That's why I did it.
that's
or Top
why,
Gun
yeah.
2.
Yeah, and Top Gun. It's never gonna come out. Alex.
True,
Just
true,
live
true.
with it. Live with that fact.
Hey man, that's all I wanted this year. That's literally all I wanted, was to watch Top Gun Maverick in an IMAX theater. And when it started, I thought that, okay, well, if we all hunker down and everything happens. It started in March. Top Gun came out in June. I was like, everybody was thinking, well, this should be done within 2 months. Nope, not even close. Fuck everything. Everything gets delayed. Everything gets canceled. Fucking sports are finally back, thank God. Kind of throwing it back to the Zoom thing, I was watching Hard Knocks on HBO, which is the show when they cover an NFL team during the preseason. Well, there's no preseason games being played this year, so it's basically just the training camp. And a lot of the times they do the Zoom meetings. And just by seeing the screen of all those fucking people in one Zoom meeting, I don't think I could do that. Because they're not all muted. They're all talking and there's stuff in the background. Some of them are fucking eating. I'd fucking lose my mind. Now, I don't know if you guys in school, when you have a Zoom meeting, you're if they say you can't eat, you can't drink, you gotta act like that's not gonna happen, right? I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have soup or something. Maybe you're eating breakfast or lunch or whatever. What do you think, though? Do you think it's gonna get chaotic? You're gonna be watching some guy in the corner, just I don't know, frying up a steak while he's in his Zoom meeting. Could you imagine that? I don't know.
I feel like the same rules are gonna apply. Because since that's technically during your class session, it's like you would basically be in class at that time anyway. So they expect you not to be eating, not to be, I don't know, texting. But people can just obviously I can pretend I'm texting right now. You won't even notice.
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe Zach told me to get a still image of myself and put it in front of the camera or just on the screen.
Yeah.
Pretend I'm there and go take a nap or something. But what happens if they call on me and I'm still just standing still?
Make sure your pose is you're thinking really hard.
Yeah.
So you're just oh, man.
Practice just be like this, like that.
Yeah.
That's your pose. And if it fails, then she'll email you or something hey, I saw that you were there, but you weren't really there. Next time, don't do that.
Next time, don't do that.
But kind of back to the whole Hard Knocks thing, because I'm a sports fan, right? And when sports were gone, I was not. I knew it was for a good reason. It had to stop, right? And then eventually they started to practicing again. I believe that the Premier League in England is already playing soccer. They're already well into it and everything, and they've been doing it very well. There hasn't been many cases there, but when you watch the Hard Knocks, I finally get to see how they take all the precautions and how they're approaching it, and they're doing a very good job too. I'm actually pretty surprised because they're keeping everything socially distant. They're not letting a lot of people in the meeting room and everything. They're utilizing Zoom. So I'm hoping that these precautions are good enough that we can hopefully we can have football this year. Because if we don't, I'm going to be so sad. I'm going to be so sad, bro.
We don't have that.
And I'm sure Zach will be sad too, right?
Yeah, I'll be really sad. Football's my favorite sport to watch.
How about you, Andrew? You haven't spoken a word.
Fine with it.
With what?
There's
No
football.
sports?
No
Yeah.
sports?
I'm fine with it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So what if the NBA did not come back then?
I'd be sad, but I'd be fine with it.
Think so?
No, I know so.
If Andrew has his games, he doesn't care. That's his entertainment right there. He has TV shows to watch, his backlog, he doesn't care.
But we do have enough games right now, right? But, hopefully none of them get, delayed even more.
I
Kind of a
thought
shitty
for sure, Andrew would have been driven crazy by now of how much time he has to play games. But nope, not even close.
It's only making him stronger.
I don't know how. I'm getting tired of it.
That's why I stopped
Games,
for a while.
games,
I couldn't do it
games,
anymore. I was just
What
done.
else is there?
You
Nothing.
could
Not
read a
games.
book, listen to music, watch a documentary, something. You could have done anything else, but you're still trucking.
Documentary?
I don't want to do anything
But Alex, have you ever heard of a battle pass?
I have. Yes.
There are these great new inventions that all the new games have. And they're so great because you can just grind it endlessly. All your favorite games. And
Gives
Andrew,
you incentive.
he loves them. Andrew is grinding out like 10 battle passes right now. He'll never run out of content.
But, okay, so that's a good point, though. But recently I beat the
What did you do?
Call of Duty Season 4 Battle Pass, right? And it was my first Battle Pass coming back to Call of Duty, right?
10 days ago.
So... I beat that like at the very end of the battle pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt good about it. Like, okay, I got my skins that I wanted and everything. But this newest one that they have, I gotta say, bro, nothing on there I really want. So I haven't been playing it as much, and I haven't wanted to play. So I feel like for me, I'm like, all right, it's over. What else you got?
They have the next season.
Now hold on, because I believe you yell at me and Andrew when we say we play it to unlock things on the battle pass, and you're like, what happening to just playing it for fun?
Mm-hmm.
You're not playing it for fun.
Well,
You're
you
playing
see,
it
when
for
I
the
came
battle
back,
pass,
when I
mister.
went back, all right,
That's a good burn.
because you got to remember, I didn't start playing Call of Duty until Season 4. So when I started, I was like, this is, or at least the current Call of Duty. So when I returned, I was like, this is pretty cool. I like what they have on this battle pass thing. It's nice. And then I beat that, and I was satisfied. And then this next one, I was just like, nah, I couldn't care less if I finish it. Whatever, I'm out. But I'll still play it, but I'm not gonna be like as like wanting to unlock the rest of the things in that. Just my opinion, though. I don't know.
What a depressing look.
I don't know. How do you guys feel about that, though? Because you guys have played all of the passes, right?
Yes.
And you felt like no lull or anything. Just like it still satisfies you.
This one, the last one, we got really far really fast. So I think on this one we're trying not to do that this time, because they drop that double XP like right away.
Yeah.
So I got like almost halfway through, but before that was over, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't keep doing this, or else I'm not gonna want to play it for like 2 months until the next battle pass comes out. So I'm not playing it too much right now, unless we get the gang all together. Then I kind of feel like I have to. But other than that, I'm like, the rewards on it, there was like 2 or 3 things on there that I thought were pretty cool. I already got them.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Same with me. There was a couple that were pretty cool, but the rest I was like, I'm fine if I don't complete it.
If it's not red, white, and blue, Alex don't want it.
That's not true, though. There's some that I do like.
Though.
Right? I liked the Allegiance skins. Those were pretty cool from last season. These ones, they're not really. I don't really care for them that much.
Okay. Well, you can.
The
play
guns
the
too
Witcher.
weren't. The guns like
I don't know what to tell you.
to unlock, I guess, weren't even all that good either. So yeah, I don't know. That's just what I think.
Just
In
grind,
this
bro.
one or in last one?
This current one. Last one's was okay too, I guess, but not that much. I feel like not enough stuff. Not enough stuff you can use. Like enough like cosmetic stuff, yes, but I'd rather see it have like more guns that you can use. But I understand that like that would make it harder to balance the gun. You don't want it to be like a copycat of a gun. It's like I get that. I understand that completely. So I see why they have more cosmetic stuff.
But they're gonna add another one in like a couple weeks, right?
Another pass?
Another gun.
Oh, another gun?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They
On
add two
two?
right at the beginning, and then they add another one halfway through.
Have you been living under a rock?
Are those in the battle pass or no?
The third one, you usually unlock it through a challenge.
Got it. All right. All right. Now I get
So
it. Now I get
you'll
it.
get your new gun. Maybe you'll like it.
Maybe. We'll see what it is though. We'll see what it is.
Alex, I'm dying
Yo.
to hear you go on a spiel about this. Halo Infinite delayed.
Finally. About
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah. We should address this. So, none of us were right, really.
Nope, we were not.
Yeah.
We were not right. So
We
it
all
got
lost.
delayed like 3 days ago.
Yep.
Right? So
Wait, I didn't lose. I said it was gonna get delayed.
No, you said it was going to be announced there. That it was going to be delayed. It wasn't.
You idiot!
What? Wait, what?
No,
We
delayed.
said that was
at
our
the
prediction
thing.
for the show, and it wasn't delayed there.
At the conference, I think. Did you say that? That you wouldn't. Now I remember because I think there was a prediction for the conference that you're gonna say like is gonna
It's
get delayed.
And then there's something that there was no Fable. And
I think you
But
said
there
that on
was
that.
a time when Zach was guaranteeing that Halo Infinite was going to come out this year, and I was saying
Was
you
it-
can't guarantee it, and he said I absolutely can guarantee it.
Was it
Boom.
before?
Delayed.
Was it before or after the conference though? Because I have no
that was
idea.
before.
Okay. All right.
That was the only time we talked about it.
Well, obviously, news is out.
yeah.
It is indefinitely delayed to 2021. Now, I've been thinking, all right, when could they possibly release it? I'm thinking,
January
Well,
1st through
whenever they
December
want.
31st.
well, they can do that, yes. But I feel like it's better if you release it in the fall. Because when you release a game in the fall, you have the initial buy, and then you have another big fall in with money with Christmas, right?
I don't know.
So that's what I think, though. And I think that's how those publishers see it too. Like there's going to be a big launch, and then like another mini launch with Christmas for all the people who have to wait. That's another reason that could be your Christmas gift. So I'm thinking that April could be a destination, or sometime in early spring, right? Some games have done that, but I think that Halo just seems like this was always going to be a holiday release, like a holiday event type of thing. That's what I'm thinking. So I think that they would release it a whole year from when it was going to be released. Now, that's what I think, though. But what do you guys think about it possibly being released 2021
It could
holiday?
possibly, I don't know for sure. It's a guess. Zach could verify this guess. It could possibly come out between January 1st through December 31st. I'm guessing.
I can confirm this.
All right.
This is what my sources are telling me.
Honestly, though, like I understand like that being the year 2021,
God.
but like honestly, like when do you guys think it could possibly land?
I'm being honest. I have no idea.
No idea.
No.
All right. How about you, Michael?
I have no idea, man. It
Because they
seems
just
like
said... Oh, wait. Go ahead,
I
Mike.
feel like spring games, all the shit games come out. To be honest, it seems like fall is when all the big ones come out. Spring, everything's like, man, okay, whatever, this is out. But fall seems like when all the big contenders are coming out. So I would say fall.
I'm thinking fall too. What about you, Zach?
Just because I won a game, I want it to be January, but I know that's not going to happen. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I agree,
There
man.
was something cool, like it's the 20th anniversary of Halo next November.
Really?
So,
Oh
yeah.
shit, dude.
So they might release it then, and that gives them a lot of extra time to do extra polish,
Oh hell
which
yeah.
it looks like they need.
Now I didn't think that it would ever get delayed because
Because Zach
this
said so.
was supposed to be the launch title with the Series X. So now we look at that whole spiel now. How does the Series X sell now that Halo has been axed? Are people actually going to buy it still?
Yes.
Because I think a lot of people who, like some people that we know, would say like, I want to get the new Halo, but I'm due for an upgrade. Bang bang, two things that I want. I'll get them at the same
bang,
time.
bang.
I'll save up for that, and then I'm gonna feel good about myself in my purchase. So knowing that this game is delayed, how do you think the Series X does? Because I think the sales are just gonna tank now. There's nothing new coming out. There's no new games. Every game that's gonna be out is already gonna be on Game Pass, so you can play that on your Xbox One X, One S, even the One. My God. So how do you think this goes down, gentlemen?
As the one of us who was the only one that was like really gonna jump on the Series X right away, because I have the original, or not
You
the
are
original
due
one, but
for an
I have
upgrade.
the lowest power Xbox you can get right now, and now I don't care that much about upgrading right away. I think I'll just wait because I don't have a compelling reason to upgrade because I can just play all the games on my computer, which runs everything just fine. So I'm fine with waiting. So if other people are in the same boat as me, then I don't think their sales will do that well. But like I said before, they don't care.
You're right.
Damn straight.
I mean, they
Don't care.
clearly. I mean, the console side of things, the console itself, the console sales it seems to me that they're not really, caring about that much. But what do you think, Michael?
Well, okay, if there's a lot of people like Zach who are going to upgrade for hardware, now that incentive's gone. And then for me and you who would have gotten it for Halo, that's gone. But I guess, and then even with like COVID, people are going to have less money. But like we won't be able to know how good they would have done, because whatever they sell, like we're just going to look at that and be like, oh, okay, like that's pretty good. We won't know how much more they could have sold if everything was ideal. But I'm pretty sure them and PlayStation are gonna sell like around the same, to be honest. I feel like neither of them are really like the top contender right now. So I think they'll both be the same.
How about you?
I have no idea. No clue. It's probably not gonna be good. Not the same without Halo, but I don't know how far down that'll go.
How do we feel about the delay of Halo, though? Are we
Good.
happy? Are we mad? Where are we at on this?
Good.
I mean, disappointed, but yeah. I'm glad they delayed it because it did not look good. They definitely needed work, and especially because I think that means with the delay, it'll have ray tracing right when it launches, which it really needs because the lighting looks bad. Which is like one of the big reasons why Halo 5 looks so bad is because the lighting was terrible. And it looks like it had the same problem. So if they're going to fix that and with the delay, I'm all for it because I hate the way Halo 5 looks. It turns me off so much.
Yeah. And the ray tracing just helps with the lighting, I think. Is that it?
Yeah. So
Okay,
it
cool.
makes the lighting a lot more realistic. So like the shadows and everything will work a lot better. So the lighting looks really flat. Like all it does is if you're in the shadow from like the sun in this case, it's just going to shade everything the same. But that's not how light really works. It's just, if you're more towards the middle of an actual shadow, it's going to be darker because less light will be bouncing off from the ground around you. So certain parts of you will be darker and other parts of you will be lighter. It's not all just going to be shaded the same.
Gotcha. And that was eventually going to come in like an update, huh? Like after the
they
game
said it
already
was going
came
to
out.
come out after launch if it were to launch on the original release date.
Got it. Well, then that's a good thing then, because obviously I am disappointed in that. I didn't want it to get delayed, but like Zach said, it did not look very good at all. And I think Microsoft came out saying some things about the graphics. I didn't look into that, but I'm pretty sure they kind of like defended it a bit and saying like, oh, ray tracing's not in yet and stuff like that. But like, I'm happy that it is going to be worked on. I'm just disappointed I can't play it this year. You know what I mean? I still really wanted to play a new Halo game, and it's already been in development for like, what, 5 years, I think? So it's like, really? That kind of disappoints me and gets me upset. But again, the way it looked, it's like, you guys, okay, fine, I'll give you a pass on that one. I'll give you a pass.
Jesus
If there's any more delays, then you're going to lose me on this.
Swear.
Fine.
Burn
Then
them to the ground.
You're not going to lose me like for all, but you're definitely going to, my confidence in you is definitely going to be diminished a bit.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You're still gonna have it because the guy next to you is gonna get it, and you'll have Game Pass. So
Sucker.
not like you can be like, I'm not gonna buy this. You're gonna have it. So
But what I'm saying is, I will steal.
steal. You're gonna steal?
No,
what are you
not
gonna
steal? I will still feel
Off with
like
your
a
hand.
bit gypped in a way. Like if it does come out, and whenever it comes out next year, and it still doesn't look good, I'm still not going to feel good playing it. Maybe I won't even play it at that moment
Then don't play
if it doesn't look good. if we can just sit here and let 343 take their sweet six possibly 6 years of development on this and it still not look good, I'm sorry. I can't defend that anymore. I won't.
You say that if we have power over 343 and we control them, we don't.
We don't control them, but they should know. They should have a standard of what the quality of their games should look like. And if they can't get to that level, then what the fuck are you doing? I don't understand.
But they can't just throw it away either. They gotta release it. They put 6 years into it.
Yeah.
Then work
They're
on
just
something
like, you know
that
what,
you're
we're not
proud.
gonna make it.
Then work on something that you're proud to show people.
They
Not just saying,
probably
"Oh
are.
yeah, we were scrambling and all that, and this is what we got." Like, no, don't do that. Why don't you have a clear-cut idea of what you want?
Jesus.
I don't understand that.
Well,
I
I'm
really
not
don't.
them, so I won't speak for them.
anything you want to say,
like
Michael, on that?
No, you got out pretty much my frustration with it. Like Zach said, I was disappointed, but like everyone says, a delayed game is eventually a great game. Most of them.
Most.
Because
yes.
you get that extra buffer time to make it look nicer, run smoother. But if you don't execute that
Fix some
well,
bugs.
then the fans are going to riot and start burning everything to the ground. So we'll see. But Andrew will be the lone soldier defending 343 if people start attacking them for it.
I don't know about that.
What?
I think
what do you mean?
Are you done?
Andrew's critical of Halo.
I am critical of Halo, but I'm not like you who like one thing like a pebble in the road up. I'm jumping ship. Let's get out of here.
This is not a
He's a
pebble
trooper.
in a,
This is
in
a
the
boulder.
road. This is a boulder. This is a wall. This is a
Wall.
barrier. You cannot say that this is just a measly pebble.
Pandemic.
Well, Alex, so the delay also means that we're probably going to get a beta, and we weren't going to get one before.
That's good. That's good. I mean,
So
I would love to
you're
see
still
the
going to
beta.
get to play it early.
Yeah. True, you're right about that. But the whole thing with the beta is just
Nah, you don't like multiplayer.
is to
Yeah,
point
I'll say
out
it's true.
the bugs and what they should fix on the game before they release it. Correct? Or is that the alpha? I don't even know what the difference is.
That's the point of a beta, and also to stress the networking to make sure like you can matchmake well.
Gotcha. And I do like multiplayer, Michael. I do like multiplayer. I just
Why?
can't play it for that long,
10 minutes.
for a nice chunk of time. You know, I don't feel like I have. After I play it for a while, I feel like I've done a lot already, and I need a break. Play something else. That's what I feel, though. I usually come back still and play it, but like, I can't play it for that long, for a span of time. You know, that's just me though. But
when you're
I
talking
do
about
hope
the
it's good.
beta, if there's anything 343 needs to test, it is the connecting to games and finding games fast. Because
So what we
They're
learned
bad.
about Gears 5, they needed another beta because even still, everything with that game is just still super buggy. After how many months is it now? Actually, it's been like a year.
yeah. I don't know how
And
many
that-
times, like in that game and like in Halo, like Master Chief Collection at launch, it was like we were trying to connect, make a squad,
Yep.
just couldn't happen. Couldn't do it.
Andrew literally just searched for like an hour to play one game and then had to search for another hour to get another game.
It would be like on my screen, Andrew was in my group, and on his screen, I wasn't even there. So I was like, okay, am I searching for you or not? No. So then we had to like keep closing it and restarting it, closing it and restarting it.
When
But it
did they
feels-
finally fix or
What?
attempt to get MCC to where it is today? Like, did it take like a
2018.
year? And it came out in what year?
2014? I
Oh
think.
my god. It took them 4 years? Jesus
Well, because
Christ.
they had to basically tear down the game and rebuild it from scratch to make it work. Because
Well, it's still
the way it was originally built was, it was so disgusting.
Damn. Bungie, man,
Yeah, Alex.
they really left it to some stupid people, huh?
So now
They
you
left-
see why I am now being critical of these guys. Very critical.
They keep
Because you
dropping
can-
the ball.
You can have your studio be called 343 Industries, based on 343 Guilty Spark, and only develop Halo games, because you are clearly fanboys that took that name from the Halo 1 campaign. Get it together. Stop being fucking fanboys and do your job.
I don't stand with the comments that are said by the bandit next to me.
Okay, then what do you think about that then?
What?
You're just
They're
gonna
just shouting.
You're just gonna say like, "Oh, 343, you'll get him next time. Here's a pass. Here's a forgiveness."
Well, if they screw it up again, they'll probably be fired. The people in charge of 343 will probably be let go. It's like 3 or 4 games now. I mean, like I said before, you act as if you are in charge of 343. You're not. I'm not. So that's
I don't
why I
act
act
as if I'm in
rationally
charge.
And like, yeah.
I'm sure if somebody was in
The
charge,
real power I have is if I'm going to buy the game. That's it. But you act as if you yourself are going to change 343. But you can't.
well, I'm sure if somebody at
Boom,
343, if I was in charge of 343, I would not be saying the things that I've been saying today, because I know I can't do that.
I doubt that.
These people are people. They're, you can't just yell at them about that. I'm a fan. That's why I can criticize as much as I dear please.
Eh,
Because if I see them, then that means if their bosses should see what I'm saying and get their employees to all come together, whether it be like, crunching or whatever, squash all that out, all right, get together and have a common goal and make your art. Make what you wanted to make. Make it.
Isn't that what they're doing? Halo.
How did Martin Luther put it? Question everything.
Yeah.
Question everything. I like that. Another thing that I saw this week in the gaming realm. Fucking Fortnite has gone from the App Store, bro. Did you guys see that?
Yep.
I've heard whispers about this. I don't know what's actually happening with that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Explain it to me.
So I'm pretty sure somebody could clarify what's really happening that knows. But the gist of it is that.
Well, hold on. Are you gonna have a better idea, or is Andrew? I want the clearest
Andrew
picture
won't
possible.
speak it, so I'll speak it.
Sorry.
If I asked him, if he probably would have. Andrew, can you tell me what's going on with Fortnite in the App Store?
Of course I can.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
All right. So way back when, before Fortnite was on the phones, mobile, we'll say. I can't remember which one it was, either Android or Apple, but it was only released, I believe it was on Apple only. On their beta. Now, they only had it on Apple for specific reasons. One, they didn't, the Android store, or Google Play, whatever it's called, wanted to imply their fees for the app. So if you buy anything in the game, on your phone, part of that sale goes to the App Store, whatever App Store it is. And then part of it goes to Epic Games. And they were like, no, we don't want to do that. We want to keep all of it, or more majority of that fee, or less of it. And like, no, we're not going to do that. So eventually it did go on that store. So now this new thing that they released like 3 days ago, it was an original idea where they would have their own Epic Games store in the app. So you could still purchase things through the App Store, or you could do it through their own store in their game. So it's like their own store within the game.
Oh.
And their incentive for people to use their in-game store was they'll sell everything at a discounted price. So if there's something in there that's $9.99 that you can buy on the App Store, well, if you buy it through their Epic Games Direct Store, it's $7.99. But Apple was like, fuck that shit. No, because I think in one of their contracts to have their game on there's a rule that says you can't have your own store. You have to go through the Apple Store and then all the procedures that go along with the Apple Store rules. And same for the Google Store. And they're like, no. So they took them down for breaking that rule. And then Fortnite comes back with a lawsuit, literally, I think, minutes right after they took it down, with this nice, nifty 1984 parody video in the game for all the masses of the Fortnite users to watch, which include children, which is so funny. That they get to see them parroting like, hey, we don't like this corruption, this monopoly, that they keep taking all of the money from all these stores, all these games, and we want to, have our own store. We don't want to. If we don't want to operate with the Apple Store, then we'll just have our own store. We should have that freedom. Now that's where it's at now. So Fortnite is no longer available on any mobile device, and Fortnite itself is suing them for that.
Oh,
now, one, which is a great slap to the face, is in the Epic Games Store, they don't even want the two extra dollars. Instead, they're just giving back to the player. Like, fuck you. Instead of keeping it $9.89, they're like, no, we'll even lower it. We don't even want their money. That fee,
Dang.
Screw it. Now he's like, oh my god. So it's crazy.
Yeah. This is like all the drama we were talking about last week, all this YouTuber drama and like shit. Now it's between Fortnite and the app stores. Damn. That's pretty
So
cool.
now I would say, one, I have and then there's people saying, well, this Fortnite video is kind of unethical because they have this whole campaign, #FreeFortnite, and the community is like, yeah, bring back Fortnite. What the hell's wrong with you guys? And people are saying, well, you probably shouldn't do that because you don't want to get the fans to participate in this because this is a legal battle between them, not including the fans. So they don't want the fans to sway either one side or the other. And then two, on Apple's side, if they let Epic Games just have their own store, then every app's going to want their own store. And if every app has their own store, can all these stores be trusted? Because that's one of the main focuses Apple claims. Like, if we have just the one store that we run, then we will guarantee as best they can to make sure it's safe. And there's only one person they fight from, malicious people. So that's kind of where it's at now.
Do you play Fortnite mobile?
No.
Have you ever?
I think once, and I deleted it right away.
Didn't like it. Okay. So if you have Fortnite on your phone, like, or
I don't
had
know
it,
what
is it there?
happens because I've
You
never.
can play it.
I've
can
never.
play
I think everyone who has it can play it, and no new people can get it.
You can't download it on the app stores. It's gone.
Oh.
And it means it can't get updates anymore. So as soon as Fortnite comes out with another update, all of the mobile people they're done. They don't get to play that version anymore.
Oh.
But this is definitely part of their plan because I mean they had that video ready like minutes after it was pulled. So they knew what they were doing when they implemented the store. They knew this was going to happen, and this is just their way of going about trying to get the public on their side, trying to see if they can convince Apple to settle it out of the courts, and Google, because Google is also being sued because it's taken out of the Google Play Store. I think that's what it's called. You know, Android devices, that thing. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I guess it's like, whose side are you on then? Like, do you take Fortnite?
Unless there's something else nefarious going on Apple's side, I would say Apple, just because safety is more important than anything than them having their own store.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that. But unless there is some nifty shit going on, then I might side with Epic. But so as far as I know, I don't see anything other than they just want. They would prefer that they just run it.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously that money, that fee that they get for everything goes into, keeping it secure. Basically funding the App Store and making sure it's all safe and it works.
Gotcha. So, like, on one hand, we got Epic, who kind of, like, went away with their contract and just did that. So, but then Apple is, like, basically a monopoly. But still, Epic can't do that because of the contract, right?
Yeah, and that's why they took them off.
Why did they
that contract?
Oh yeah. Because they just felt like it, just like fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, and if you play Fortnite, or if you know someone like that has it on like PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, I think the Switch too. I'm not entirely sure on that one, but that system is already there. You can buy it discounted. Their stuff, like their V-Bucks, you can buy it at that discounted price that would have been there, no problem. It's all it's up and running still. But on the mobile phones where they actually have that monopoly, like, because on Xbox every game has their own store basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't buy V-Bucks from the Xbox store. I have to go inside Fortnite to buy those.
Mm. So after all this spiel, who do you guys take? Which side? Can you defend Apple, the mega corporation monopoly? Or do you go with the rebellious Epic Games? Fuck the contract. Fuck the contract.
To be clear, it's also Google. It's not just Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And
both of them
Google.
are being sued for the same thing.
Who do we stand with, boys?
Like,
Google and Apple, or Epic? Or are they equally as bad?
They're all big corporations. It's all fucking it's all them wavering
Epic
their
is not the
penises.
little guy.
Oh, who's got I have the power. No, I have the power. I feel like that's what the whole thing is, but I don't take either side. I didn't even really know this was happening until I saw something like, oh, Fortnite's on the App Store. I was like, that's weird. Okay. But I didn't look into it. So thank you, Andrew. Thank you for that update. Now I feel like I'm in the circle now.
You're welcome.
You can't pick a side either, Zach, or is it just like...
No, I can.
fuck it?
I side with Apple and Google.
Ooh, I like it.
I mean, I think... I understand where Epic is coming from. Like, they really like to consolidate everything because, I mean, really, if you keep going with Apple and Google's practices, you have basically the mobile version where everything's more expensive there and you're going to anger your customers, and then you're going to have, like, console, PC, everything else where things are cheaper because they're allowed to have the discounted Epic Game Store price, whatever thing. And I think they're also just trying to argue, like, hey, we don't want to share our revenue with Apple. Like, we're incentive for people to buy an iPhone, so we shouldn't have to be paying you for people buying like V-Bucks and skins and stuff like that. But it's also it's Epic's Game Store policy that, like, they are very, very anti, like, they're anti Microsoft, Sony, Apple, Google. So I think this is not really like some white knight thing. I think this is just their CEO's way of kind of trying to attack the bigger corporations. Because he has a history of doing that.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Damn. I don't know. That's just, like, I get all those points, right? I get that, like, Apple and Google are, enormous. But, like, from what Zach has been saying, so is fucking Epic. They're, like, even, like, just as big or maybe even bigger. I mean, I don't remember Epic before Fortnite. Weren't they, like, the developers of Gears of War back in the day? And then they made Fortnite, correct?
They're also the makers of Unreal Engine, which a lot of games use. And the thing with that is they're basically like Apple and Google in that situation. Every game that is made using that engine, they have to pay Epic Games like 30% of their revenue. So it's not like they're the good guys. Like, they're just as bad doing it with other things. So,
man, I mean, I don't know who I could choose, man. Like, on one end,
You don't have to choose.
well, I do. It's
I mean,
Michael
They're all evil, Alex. Just sit out.
Yeah.
Just sit out. It's all
Right.
dirty. It's all dirty money. All right.
I can't sit out. I'm a patriot.
What? Shut up.
Guess I think I would choose
Frickin'
probably Apple. Honestly, like, I understand. I mean, I use an Apple product. I don't play Fortnite. Ew, get that away. So, Apple,
Fortnite.
Apple, Google, and I use Google.
That was a very weird way to boil down your choice.
I just don't like Fortnite.
I don't like Fortnite. I don't like what they've done with their money and all that, and using their products and being so anti other company, other platform. I don't like that. I don't enjoy that.
Yeah, but
You know?
Apple also like slows down your phone so that you have to get the new one.
Oh,
Like,
that was
over time.
that was
it's
a while ago.
not
That
just
was
because of that either, though.
Isn't that for the battery though? Like to make
It's
it
for
last
the
longer?
health of the battery, yeah. Because
Yeah.
if they don't do that, your battery will just die. Like, it could explode. Even.
Like my phone.
Yeah, it could also melt your phone. Yeah. So there is a reason. It's not just because they're trying to encourage you to upgrade to the next device.
I'll make it last longer. And it's just safe.
Yeah.
because as soon as it starts to update the new software, your battery's going to have a harder time, with the speed and all that. Because I remember when I had the fucking iPhone 6 Plus, and I got it was like 2 software updates later, my battery was tanking, it was slow, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I guess just because the software is just, I can't handle it. My chip is like done. It's fried, or not fried, but like it's definitely got some wear and tear that like it wasn't meant to run this well on this new software. So I don't know. That's just what I think, though.
Yeah. What do you
It's
know?
also because batteries are just terrible.
Yeah.
They die super, super fast. And I'm not saying like going from 100% to 0. I'm just saying like the capacity that they can hold it dips down so quickly. The current battery technology it's so bad.
Because you can check your current like battery life right now on your iPhone. Mine is at 85%. Like that's its max
What do you have?
lifespan. I have
What
a
phone?
10s.
Oh my goodness.
I bet yours
I
has
wanna
got to
check
be
mine.
like okay, so do you have the current software though?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know yours is like what? Not 100
Mine's
either.
89.
89?
It's the same as this.
And I have an 8.
What the fuck? Really?
Yep.
Oh man. I don't know what I do.
But I know how to kind of take care of my battery a little bit so it doesn't die as quickly.
Why do you take care
And
of
I
it?
don't use that much. If you want to keep your battery going for longer, don't leave it plugged in like at 100% because that damages the battery a lot. Or even just keeping it near 100, like keeping it between 80% and 40%. That's the ideal range.
Really?
If it falls out of that range, it damages the battery a lot more.
I was told in high school that you have to let your battery
Decade ago.
completely die in order for it to stay alive or to last longer. I was like, really? So I tried it, and I went on for a while thinking like it's fine. It's not like I don't notice it dying faster. But then I think I talked to you, Zach, and you said like that's like terrible for you because I would think like, yeah, that should be terrible. It shouldn't die, right? Like when it dies, like it, because I remember like when my back two phones ago, my phone would die at the most absurd percentages. It would be like it would die at 5, then it would die at 10, then 15. It's like I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what my phone doesn't even know how much juice it has left. It is so bad. I literally fucking killed my phone.
Alex, you're like such an old fart. You might as well just go back to the like flip phones
phone?
where their batteries were like, woo, they last forever.
I never had a flip phone in my life. You know what I had?
Right. Try it out.
I had the slider phones. Those are the first phone. That's the first phone I got, was an AT&T slidey phone. That's what I had. I wanted
what
the
it's
Razor. The Razor.
ID phone.
No,
The slidey
that's
phone?
not the model, Michael. I'm sorry. But I wanted the Razor so badly. But when I got my phone, that was already kind of older a bit. I think I got my phone like in 2009 or 8. I can't remember, but yeah. And
My first phone didn't do anything. It was just there. Like it just had the buttons. Didn't slide, didn't flip.
Didn't call.
Yeah. No,
Didn't
it
turn
was
on.
just
Just
a
a box.
Remember when you had to text message people with like the number keys?
Yeah.
And they would have like 3 letters on one button?
Yeah.
Dude, that was...
Not the shit.
Not
Not
that
the shit.
long ago.
Well, it was like 10 years ago. More than that. What are you talking about?
That's not that long.
Even more, because the iPhone came out in 2007, I think. And then before that, there was Blackberries, which had a full keyboard. So, yes, it was very long ago.
But how often did you actually like get to type on one of those like full keyboard phones?
My first phone had the full keyboard.
His first phone had the full keyboard.
It was nice.
You probably got used to it, but like I remember I tried using one of my friends who had like a full keyboard. The buttons were so tiny. I could not just hit the one I wanted to. I'd hit multiple, and I was just, oh crap! I have to delete like 3 letters just to get one right one.
I think there was one on Verizon, but we had AT&T, so I couldn't get it. I think it was like it was like sideways, so you would have it like this, sideways, and then you would flip it up like that, so you could type that way. That way you're not texting vertically. So it was much easier to type on that phone. And I remember, like, can I get that phone? Ma? Dad? Oh, we can't. Why? It's not on AT&T. Like, what the fuck? So I didn't even know that back in the day, different fucking services had different types of phones. I had no idea. Because I remember when the iPhone first came out, it was exclusively on AT&T. And then it went to Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, whatever. But then I was hearing like, oh yeah, I heard the Verizon iPhone is not as good. It's like, what? Not as good? What do you fucking mean by that? Like, I have no idea what that means. Like, is it like slower? Does it not have many features? Like, I never really got to the bottom of it. And then after a while, they were clearly the same iPhone, so it didn't even matter at that point. It's like, fuck it, it's the same fucking phone. But yeah, I remember that. That was when I first saw the iPhone. I was in the 7th grade. And one of my best friends had it.
He's playing Doodle Jump, huh?
Not my best friends, but one of my friends in science
Started at
class.
the beginning.
He had it. And he's like, dude, that's sick. That's an iPhone. That's awesome. He's like, it's not that good. I mean, it fucking unlocks in my pocket. It's like, really? Does that? Interesting.
Remember
then I remember
the whole age of jailbreaking your phone? Like,
oh my God.
You couldn't let it die.
I was so scared for that. And like, because I didn't have the iPhone, but I had the iPod Touch. And I was like, somebody knew how to jailbreak the phones. I was like, jailbreak my phone, please. And he did it for free. I was expecting like $5, nothing. He did it for free.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cool, dude. I got a nice Assassin's Creed 2 background. It was themed in Assassin's Creed. The apps had all the detail and all that. I was like, this is tight, bro. I like this. But I noticed that the battery was trash after that. And it was slow. And I was like, damn it. Was it worth it? Looks tight, but I don't know. I don't know. Zach, I bet you jailbroke phones, huh?
I jailbroke my iPod Touch. That's it. I didn't do anybody else's. I didn't want to.
But could you possibly, like, unjailbreak it? And will it go back to normal, or would it be, like, scarred?
It depends. I mean, if your thing was immediate, that probably wasn't scarring. It's just a lot of the software it was running wasn't optimized, so it was using the processor way more, so that's why your battery was terrible. But, like, obviously, if you left it like that for, like, a year, and then you wanted to unjailbreak it, that would be a permanent problem.
How did you fucking know how to do that back in
Internet.
The computer.
not
The
even high
internet,
school,
yeah.
dude?
The internet was still a thing.
Oh, because my internet
looked
was
it up.
so freaking slow, dude. We had like the worst internet back in the day. We couldn't do nothing. We could do nothing. And I was like, how come we can't do shit
Man, you were
here, man?
miserable. You had shit internet. You didn't have your little fucking BlackBerry
Dude, remember back
keyboard
in the
phone?
Xbox
It's like,
360 days? We had the worst fucking connection of all time.
Yeah.
It was horrible, dude.
I remember hearing about some shitty computer that you had that you guys all had to share for like schoolwork.
Well, it was a computer from my dad's work that he just borrowed. So it wasn't that
That never
great.
came back.
It had a ton of, well, he was already like the boss of there, so he said like they had a bunch of shit. He's like, I'll take that. All right. He brought it in. It already had a bunch of crap on it. I was like, this is terrible. And then the internet was so slow. I'm like, why is it so effing slow? And I'm pretty sure I downloaded a virus. But I have no idea if that's true. But now it's just sitting there collecting
Fairly
dust,
likely.
and I hope no one opens it. I hope they can't, though, because it is so bad you can't even power it on. You touch it, it boots up, it's blinking the light, and then goes dead.
And that could probably be fixed.
Probably, but it shouldn't
Yeah, you know, I think just for fun one day, I'd like to see if I can get it working.
be. Maybe one day.
Maybe
See what
Alex
you-
doesn't
what
want you to
virus you
see
downloaded.
what he
Yeah,
got.
I
Yeah.
know.
Well,
That's
see,
why I want to see.
I
Exposed
tried
him.
I did not know that LimeWire was contagious with a virus. So I got that, and immediately the browser changed. I was like, this is new. This is a nice update. I'll keep updating. Not good. and then I tried to get FrostWire, which was another thing
fuck
that I
is
heard.
that?
I don't even know. I don't even know. I heard about it. I was like, I'll get that too. Maybe it'll fix it. Did
Alex
not
is
fix
just
it.
clicking on links and downloads. Did you happen to pay any Nigerian princes or buy any mail order brides?
No, I did
while you
not.
were on the internet?
I did not. Thank God. I was just trying to get music for free, but I couldn't. But you know, dude, like, could you imagine those times back in the day? Remember that? It wasn't very long ago.
They were kind of ass
But-
days.
Those were ass. Huh? Remember the
It's so much
iPod
better
days
now.
when you had
So
iPods?
that wasn't very long ago, but having keyboard phones was a long time ago. Is that what
Bro,
you're saying?
he's 80.
Yeah. So
His
back in the
concept
day,
of time is
my
a little off.
first
Broken.
iPod was an
Fought in the Second
iPod
World
Nano,
War.
I think. It was like this big, very tiny, you know, like
That was
thin
awful.
too. And I remember like it can hold 500 songs, and I was like, I don't even know 500 songs. Could I even fit them all?
I hate this
And
conversation.
I don't think that I was able
It's a
to.
lot of Dave Matthews songs, huh?
A lot of old classic rock, a lot of Hannah Montana, a lot of Jonas
it's all
Brothers
the same
back
shit
in the
now.
day, bro. Like I
Still
had
that 500.
because we shared an iTunes account. Me,
Well, everyone
him,
did.
my brother, my sister, my mom, and my dad.
Jesus
we had
Christ.
Everyone did.
Right? So now we all have separate Apple IDs.
You have
but
to.
back then, well, you have to, yeah, for the phone. But back then, I don't
Get
think you
'em.
needed it because like there was no iPhone. It was just an iPod, an MP3 player. So you can have everything. I remember fucking putting in a CD and downloading the music tracks from the CD onto your iTunes library.
It was 10 years
That
ago.
was fucking
We
mind
lost
blowing.
him. He's reminiscing. We've lost him.
That was
Thinking about the old
mind-blowing.
days.
And then I was like, hey guys, to my friends, I have an iPod Nano. And then they said, well, I have an iPod Shuffle. And that thing was
you're
the
like,
worst
poor
piece of
bitch.
shit I've ever seen.
Get on my
It was
level.
just a slim plastic fucking rod that had play, skip forward, skip back, and volume up and down.
It wasn't
I
a
was
rod,
like,
it was a square. It was a little baby square.
Wrong.
No.
Wrong. That's a new. That's
I'm
one of the
not
newer
wrong.
ones.
Wrong.
The older ones was
Jesus
like a
Christ.
rod. It was like a thin rod.
Oh,
And then the square came after. You're thinking of when they were colors, right?
I hate this.
Like
thinking
like
of when
rain-
it was a
iPod
square.
Nano was a big rectangle.
Okay, what
The
about
shuffle.
the iPod Shuffle? The Shuffle. The first
Oh, yeah,
Shuffle.
shuffle. My bad, shuffle.
I think it's like a rectangular rod, I think. The first one. Or one of the first ones.
Yeah.
See?
Rectangle rod.
Told you, bro.
Well, you
That
know what? I was
way
poor, so I didn't get to look at all this shit. All right,
Dude.
I was looking at rip-off MP3s.
He was
Listen,
looking at
listen.
fucking CD
Did-
players.
Michael had a Zune.
Yeah, I had a.
You had a
jukebox.
Zune? I knew somebody.
No,
who
I
had
never
Zune.
got a Zune. No,
Oh, dude,
never
I
got a
knew
Zune.
somebody who
I feel
had a
like
Zune.
Andrew would have gotten one to support Microsoft.
I wasn't that big into Microsoft yet.
Okay.
Steve Jobs in a sweater.
Alex, you
Hell
know
yeah.
what though? Around that time when
Miss Steve
iPods and
Jobs.
stuff were popular, he wasn't my actual grandfather. He was just some guy my grandmother was dating.
Nice.
But he told me like, oh, you know what, Michael, for Christmas, I'm thinking about getting you a, what was it, like a cassette player thing. And I
Walkman?
was like, yeah, Walkman. He's like, I think I'm gonna get you a Walkman. And I was like, okay. And he was showing me his Walkman. Like, look, you can have this on here, this kind of song, showing me these old ass songs. And I was just like, this guy's never heard of any kind of new music playing device in his life.
Yep.
But I didn't have the heart to tell him. I was
Should
just
have
like,
got
oh,
it. It's a relic.
Yeah, dude.
This is a
been the
long
first
time
hipster.
ago.
It's like, yes.
I remember, like, even like the phone companies were trying to compete with the iPod. They
Yeah,
had the
look what happened.
Sony Ericsson. Do you guys remember that phone?
No.
That
No.
was an old phone that was like, it was like a
Probably
MP3 player at its core, and built around it was the phone features.
Kind of like the Gary Foreman grill. It's a grill, but it's an MP3 player too.
They
Drake
have
and
that?
Josh.
Oh, Drake and Josh. I was like, what the fuck?
Was
What are you
that
talking about?
around the era of when they were just trying to flip phones in every possible direction?
Yes,
like
but
the
this
juke?
one slid up. That was a slidey boy. So that
the-
slid up, and there were your buttons.
Thick
When you
dog
slid it back
iPhone.
down, it was the fucking pause, play, skip forward, skip back. But I remember that. And then my brother got an iPod Classic. Now that was a big doozy because that one had a big screen. Big old screen compared to the Nano.
It was like
And then you could put movies on that. I was like, the fuck? This is getting insane. This is getting insane. And it was like an 80 gigabyte one. I was like, this dwarfs mine. This has so much space. And then my friend had one that was even bigger in space. It was like 120. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how do you pay for that? Because remember, like, those were expensive as fuck. Remember in The Office when Michael got
10 years
Ryan that?
10 years
He's like, this is more than $20. He's like, oh, you didn't take off the receipt. It's like $400. I was like, that was expensive too. And then I finally got something close enough to an iPhone. The iPod Touch
Man,
was
this.
incredible. It was incredible because it had Wi-Fi. It had Wi-Fi, and I remember back in the day, I would try to get into the school's Wi-Fi, but of course that was heavily locked down, lock and key, right? And then I was like, if anybody knew it. So years pass. I finally evolve to an Apple iPhone 4S, and somebody finally found the password, or got it, or broke into it, whatever. They had the password, and then I was like, this is amazing. We finally have Wi-Fi, but we can't tell nobody because the teachers would fucking kill us and put it in detention.
Fuck 'em.
So what we did was we kept it secret, down low. But you know what? Those
Like
fucking
the
teachers
Underground
and
Railroad.
principals,
Down
they
low.
found out. And
You
they
did not
changed
keep it down low. 'Cause
No, I
everyone
kept
had
it down low. I kept it down low. I swear to God.
Yep.
But somebody fucking unzipped their mouth and spoke about it.
You
no,
have a big
wasn't
mouth.
me. You weren't there. You don't know. You have no idea. But
We went to
somebody.
high school together.
I don't like this out.
What do you mean?
No, you didn't. Did you have it?
Homer Simpson.
Yeah, me and Zach had the Wi-Fi like freshman year. Computer programming.
Bullshit.
Half
Because
of the teachers had the Wi-Fi password on a paper taped on the wall behind
that's
the desk.
bullshit, Zach. That never happened with me.
That happened like all the time.
That never happened. But I remember this back
happened
then.
to me. It didn't happen.
Like obviously, like at the high school teachers, the teachers like in general are saying anti-phone, right? They're very anti-fun.
A bunch
The
of
teachers.
fucking boomers.
Fun.
Well, phone
you need to
equals
pay
fun.
attention in
high
class.
school, phone equals fun. You know this. Come on. I mean, I don't have to explain it to you any more than I already have. So, phone equals fun
What?
back in high school days, during class at least, because you could play Doodle Jump and Temple Run, all those games, right?
All that. It was
Temple
waiting for-
Run. Oh,
So when
waiting
those
for
were
Netflix
coming
to
out,
come
I
out.
was like, I'm tired of fucking, wasting my data. I'm tired of it. So when I finally found the password out, I was joyous, and then it changed the next week, and then I couldn't get back on,
I hate
and then
this.
nobody found it. Nobody had it. I was like, God damn it, man.
I remember me and Zach were like freaking, from the help of others, like bypassing the school's internet thing, so we're getting onto the internet from the computer to actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, like those old internet like flash games.
Oh,
we were
bro.
able to get on those websites.
What was the game that was hella fun? It was like set in medieval times.
Age of War.
No, not Age of War.
To hell with
It was very, simple. You had to like catapult rocks at a castle.
Angry Birds.
No.
Crush the Castle.
Crush the Castle, bro. That was fucking fun. I remember that game, dude. That was so much fun. But, the best game that you could play at school of all time was fucking Oregon Trail, bro. Way back in the day. Back in the day when I was in fucking first grade, we played that. We played that game when you were done with your AR test, and then you had the rest of the hour to play Oregon Trail on a fucking see-through Macintosh computer that was either blue or green. It was amazing. It was the best thing I've ever experienced as a kid. It was so much fucking fun. And then the sequel to that game came out. And then it was so bad. It took a while to come out. I first played it in 4th grade. Terrible sequel. Awful sequel. It was so basic and fun the first time, and then they made it first-person shooter. It was terrible, man.
Oh, then they got Andrew hooked.
Awful.
They got Andrew in.
It was so bad, and I was like thinking like to
So
myself,
got him.
how could these developers be so fucking stupid and not know what the kids want? They
Andrew
want
sent
the
them a
slide
letter like, stop giving
scroller.
us this story mode shit. Give us first-person shooter.
And then,
Give it
but
to
the whole thing
Give
of,
me a
of
battle
the
pass.
Oregon Trail was supposed to put you through the Donner
Then I'll
Party
read it.
scenario of having to ration and all that and make sure you're hunting and make sure you have enough bullets and go to the fucking store before you go and get everything you need. Make sure your party has food and everything. But no, this one became more realistic looking instead of the pixely, one that we had before. And it was just shit. It was terrible. I didn't like it.
Sucks to suck.
Anyways, that's my rant on Oregon Trail and technology back in the day.
It took like fucking half an hour.
You went full old man the whole time.
Yeah, it's annoying. I am now annoyed.
Was there anything else that you guys wanted to point out this
Kind
week?
Of, but it's too late now.
Well, you
I
still
want to
have
hear
time.
something from Do, like
Lightning
with it-
round.
something
Like
that
what?
can go in like 3 minutes from Do.
Lightning round. Let's go, Andrew.
Oh,
Headline.
Come on, Andrew. Pressure's on.
bro, that DC FanDome event's coming up. I'm kind of excited.
I
Ah,
am
stupid.
too.
I'm sorry, Zach.
Go ahead.
I am too. That was it.
That's it. Okay.
That's it. That's all you had.
Well, you want me to bring up something else? I can.
Well, what are you excited to see about the DC
I
fandom?
want to see the new Suicide Squad game. That looks cool. New Suicide Squad movie. That looks cool. Has Cena in it, so I'm all on board. And I want to see some stuff for Black Adam. If they have Dwayne there, or Dwayne, whatever you want to call him, that would be awesome.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson is the best. What else? There's some rumors that there might be a new Batman game. Ooh. Tickling Michael's nipples with that one. That's good. Batman games are always fun.
But isn't the Suicide Squad game?
Where they kill the Justice League, yeah.
Isn't that being made by the developers of the Arkham
Yeah.
series?
I think
I
that
don't fucking know.
that's that company. So I don't think that would be the new Batman game.
So I saw the cover of like Suicide Squad on like somebody's head or something.
Yeah, Superman.
Oh, it's Superman.
Yeah.
Really?
But they're
Yes.
gonna kill Superman.
That is super interesting.
That was a horrible pun, but they're gonna kill Superman, hopefully.
Why?
Yeah,
they
Fuck
can't.
that! No, I'm just
They
kidding.
can't, though. They
Rocksteady's
can't
working
kill him.
on the Suicide Squad game, and they make the Arkham games, and then there was another company who's doing a Batman game. So they're gonna do
Ooh, a
both. But
second one. Ooh.
yeah, I don't know. I don't remember who the company is, but I don't know if they'll do it as well as Rocksteady did. We'll have to see.
Well, we can only hope that it looks a lot better than Marvel's Avengers. You know what I mean?
That was disrespectful.
We can only
They
hope
worked very hard on the
because
game.
I don't care. I think it looks like garbage. It looks like ass, bro. Is anybody here gonna get that game?
Nope.
Rent it?
No, I'm still playing
Game Pass it?
Nope.
I mean, if it's
Good.
Game Pass, we don't really have a choice. It's there.
We already own it. Sorry.
You do have a choice. You have
I
a
don't.
choice
I
to
paid
not
$10 and now
play
it's there.
garbage. King garbage. So, anyways.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that. That could be interesting because it's next Friday, I think.
It's coming up.
What's the date of it?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Someday after today.
Just go on Google, type in or Bing or Firefox.
I believe it
DC,
is
big capital letters,
Safari.
and then
Yeah.
plus.
I think
or
it's like a
space, and,
3D thing with your phone. You just have it in front of you, and you're like, oh, looking around at all these different like little events and shit. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna wait for
Then
the
your phone will
videos
die.
to drop. Yeah,
I
have
agree.
to keep it charged
I
the whole
agree.
time.
That's gonna be cool. Thank God. Some new stuff coming. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
you, Andrew. Thank you.
Did you
That
catch
was
the
Andrew's
date yet?
minute.
I'm done. What'd you say?
Did you catch the date for the?
No.
No.
He's done.
He's done.
He's done. He's had enough.
He's
Anything
juiced.
else, boys?
Nephew.
Anything else before we call it
I'm
a
good.
No, good
show?
to be back.
I'm hungry. Oh yeah, welcome back, Zach.
I'm hungry
We
too.
missed you.
I was
last
waiting
week.
for somebody to
Shit.
acknowledge it, but nobody cares.
I'm so sorry.
We are so happy that you're back, Zach. Thank God. I missed your face. I missed your beard. God damn.
Missed your
You
body.
can see that I'm growing a beard too. I mean,
Missed
it's
your
pretty
son.
pathetic, but you know, it's there. It's coming.
You're the Beard Brothers.
You know, trying to grow it. I doubt it's gonna be like that. I guarantee you, because I tried for 3 months and you saw it. It looked bad. So we'll
was
see
bad.
this time.
like
You know?
that.
We'll see this time. Maybe I'll just change it up a bit. Maybe I'll
What the hell does
shave
that
some
even mean?
off and leave some on. We'll see. You know,
What the-
only time could tell. Anyways, guys,
What?
thank you for joining us on this episode of the podcast. You can find us at Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Podbean.com, at the Out of the Ordinary Friends. We will see you guys next week.